Hello, it's me. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? Oh, it should be a fun night. Hey, CM, I see you are first as always. Look at you, just always first, ain't you? So busy being first, such a busybody. But just first. What was you today? First. Rocky Mountain Resale, Jared, Walter, Jeanette, Danny, Michelle, hey boos. I appreciate you guys for always showing up for mama. It makes mama feel all special and warm inside. Oh boy, do I appreciate it. Yes, I do. I found this fun little court case. As you can see, this girl at the bottom left, just all the hot mess in the world. Whenever people come on these little Zoom courts and stuff, all you're used to seeing is like me, chest up. You know what I'm saying? Like, midsection up. You know what I'm saying? But as you can see, she made sure that she Sharon stoned it. You know what I'm saying? She tried to Sharon Stone it from what's that movie? Sharon Stone with the where she crosses her legs and then recrosses them the other way. Basic Instinct. Yes, Basic Instinct. She tried to Sharon Stone it, you guys. You know what I'm saying? With this flat, dry, weird hair she got. Like, honey, you should have did your hair too if you was gonna do all of that. You should have did something. You should have put some curls in it or something. Put a little makeup on or something. What is the point of putting this dress on, doing the whole leg cross thing, and your head look like it? It's just not selling the story that I think you was trying to tell. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I caught a little bit of this on somebody like a while back. They had it on there, and I was like, oh, so like literally for like an hour, I was trying to find it, the actual court footage, because I don't want no issues. And I found it. I found it. Okay. So what this is a custody. It stemmed from a custody court like type thing. So, well, custody slash restraining order. So this is the girlfriend of an ex-husband. This lady's ex-husband's girlfriend. Apparently, she's extremely toxic. She did something very strange. As you can see, she is a Caucasian lady, but she called this woman's job and said that the woman, her boyfriend's ex-wife, called her job and told her boss that she was a person who was trying to do a cash sale of a house, a cash buy of a house, like because the lady I guess was selling houses or something, like the wife or the ex-wife. So she talks to the boss and says that the lady is racist, uh, and that she was just a client or whatever that was trying to buy a house cash or whatever, and that she's a black lady. So the lady at the bottom left called this woman's job, claimed that she was a black lady, and that this woman had been like said something racist to her. Right? As you can see, she is very much not black. So the delusion, like the level, not everybody could pull that off. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody is willing to go that far in their endeavors of triflingness, okay? But she did. So I thought, yes, I have to share this with my babies. We gotta watch this together. You know what I'm saying? We got to do it. Hey, Irish girl. So we got Weird Al, Jan, the real American. Okay, Pooh Sweets, George. Oh, Saucy Sam is into his house. Hey, boo. All pink and stuff. Thank you, honey pot. You are so good to mama. So hello, mama and sweet siblings. Guess what I'm gonna say? Y'all already know. Okay, as you come in, hit that like button. Okay, it's right there, just calling your name. It's calling you. It's calling you. Subscribe if you are not subscribed, which I'm sure you are. Okay. And then become a member. Yes, become a member. Definitely become a member. I'm appreciate it. Supports the channel on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? Very much appreciated. Okay. And love you all. Send you a few emails for you to check out and see if they are video worthy. I will check them out, Samantha. Thank you, honey pie. You so sweet. I hope you feeling better. How's you feeling today? How's you feeling today, honey pie? Hey, Tammy, my birthday girl. Casey, what's up, baby? Maxine Medina, Donna, Kathy, Darren, what's up, babies? Shonda, what's up, booze? How are my babies doing? How is everybody? You ain't late. Angela, you are not late, honey. You are early. We're 6 minutes in. You're early. You're on time. It's perfect. And honestly, mama's policy is if you made it, you were on time, okay? Unless then you come in at the last minute, literally the minute we're about to close down, then but even then, mama still appreciates that you made it at all. You know what I'm saying? That you clicked the button, you saw mama and said, "Oh, mama." Mama. Angela, hey boo. Yes, we. Yay. Oh. Chanel, Michelle. Ooh, got the L's together. All right, let me put up my member thingy real quick. I'll get that up. Feeling a bit better. Thanks for asking, my sweet soul sister. Yes, honey. Mama worries about her babies, I honestly really do. Like when I notice people missing, for a while, I do get worried. I get worried. I worry. A little bit traumatized. Thank you, Samantha. Mama love you. Yes, you do. I think about my Debbie. I think about my Debbie every day. My Deborah. My sweet Deborah Wagner. Yes, when people go missing, I do worry. I do. I definitely do. It's a pretty pretty nice size loss for mama. That was a shocker. PJ, hey boo. Let me focus. What am I doing? All right, I need to click on that. Need that to open up. Need that. There we go. Nice. Nicely done, mama. Nicely done. Okay. And then I need this right hither. Hither and kither. I'm going to pull this thingy up. Plant my little membership link at the top for anybody who want to become a member, help support the channel on a regular basis. Very important to the channel. Mom appreciate it so very much. So copy. All right. Don't need that. And make sure you hit the like button for mama. She gets this stuff going here. Bam. Ooh. Hold on. Let me That's the link, but I think I need the whole thing. Hold on. I think I need the whole thing. Yeah, I need that whole thing. Copy and paste. Yeah, I like the whole thing. Yeah, I like it like that. Yeah, baby, I like it like I like it like that. I got so. All right. Yes. So the link is pinned to the top of the to the top of the chat. Okay. Go on and click it to become a member. Okay. Support the channel on a regular basis. Be one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Be one of those. Okay. Then get into the Discord. I need as many of my babies should get in there as possible. All right. We're going to hop on in here. We are not going to delay. All right. Because this is hilarious. Oh, okay. Do that. Scroll that up. I'm gonna push live. Mute. Okay, so I can monitor it. All right, let's hop on in here. Okay, so backstory: bottom left chick is the girlfriend, new girlfriend. So it's a married couple. They got divorced, and this is the new girlfriend. Okay. Hot mess all around. Okay. All right. So we're gonna catch this first. I got so. Look at her. Look at her.
Okay, let's see. Next up is the matter of heirs versus.
Look at her trying to Sharon Stone it, y'all. She was going to seduce somebody into giving her away today, huh? Look at her.
Excuse me, McJames. Mr. White, you represent Ms. Ayers?
I do, Your Honor. She's here with me.
Okay, and then Ms. McJames is also present for the hearing.
Yes,
Give me just a moment. I got to write myself a note so I don't forget something. Okay, we're here on Ms. Ayers' petition to enter a personal protection order. So, Mr. White, I assume you're prepared to present testimony this morning?
I am, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Ayers, can you turn the camera over to her?
Good morning.
Good morning. Would you raise your right hand, please? You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your full name for the record.
Kelly Annette Ayers.
Go ahead, Mr. White.
Thank you, Your Honor. Kelly, where do you reside?
I live at 6449 Meadowlark Drive.
And how do you know the respondent, Jasmine McJames?
She is the girlfriend of my ex-husband.
Have there been some recent change of custody actions that have been filed in the case between you and your ex-husband that have involved Miss McJames?
Yes.
What was her involvement in the issues with custody between you and your ex-husband?
Multiple Facebook messages that are extremely inappropriate and vulgar.
Are these the messages that we attached to your petition?
Yes.
Were any of these communications wanted, or was this part of like an ongoing conversation with Ms. McJames?
They were not wanted. I did not want them. I do not respond to them.
Did she take some other actions regarding Child Protective Services against you?
She called Child Protective Services against my husband.
And what allegations did she make?
That he was molesting my daughter.
That he was sexually molesting your child?
That is correct.
And CPS has investigated that and found that Ms. McJames has filed a false report. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah, look at that smug look on her face. It is smug, isn't it? Look as she tries to look away when the girl talks. Like, I'm not paying you no mind, but oh, she's so invested. Oh, look at her. She's so mad. Look at her. Just look at her with this dress. She thought, I'm about to wear this dress, and you know what I'm saying? I'm about to get my way. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. I'm hot shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm hot shit. You know, because hot shit stink. It smell like hot shit, of course. So, you know. Look at her.
Did Ms. McJames also contact your employer?
Yes. Stating that
Who do you work for?
I work for Howard Hanna as a realtor.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
so she's a realtor.
when did Ms. McJames contact your employer?
Well, it was the same day she contacted CPS.
And did she make some type of complaint regarding your behavior?
No, just that she was a cash buyer and that I was acting as a racist.
So she made an allegation to your boss that you're a racist?
Yes.
Did Ms. McJames hold herself out as white or black?
Black.
Y'all heard that. So she called this woman's boss, said, I am a black lady. I am a black woman. Okay? I'm a black woman. Okay? I'm Onyx. All right? And your employee, okay, I was going to buy a house outright cash. Like, does she look like she could afford to buy an outright cash house? No, if she did, her hair wouldn't look like that, okay? Hair is the first thing you fix when you get money, okay? Her and her grandmother's chair, absolutely not, okay? That is her grandmother's chair, all right? Maybe great-grandmother, right? She told him she was a black lady, and this woman, I was trying to buy a house outright cash, and this woman was racist to me. This is what she called this woman's boss and said.
How did you handle this complaint made by Ms. James against that you made some type of racist information or racist statements to her?
I had to sit down with my boss and speak to her about it.
Were you involved in selling Ms. McJames any type of real estate at all?
No.
Do you have any idea why she would call and fake that she's a person of color and make a racial bias complaint against you?
I have no idea why.
Because she's crazy. Because her hair look like that. That's why.
Is there any...
I can explain it. Oh, because smut. Because smut. S-M-U-T. Smut. That's why. Look at her. Look at her. Trying to show her thigh to this judge. Like, he ain't even looking. Look. He like, yes, he doing his crossword puzzle. You know? She thought somebody was going to care that she had on this little dress with this little peep reveal. Where the boobs at, honey? Oh, you looking like me over there. You ain't nothing to show. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here.
How did all these different contacts from the false CPS report about sexual abuse to the made up complaint to your employer, the email or the Facebook messages, how do these all make you feel?
Terrified. What else can she do? She
Right?
knows where I live.
Is she still involved with your former husband?
As far as I know, she is.
If you had discussions with your former husband about keeping Jasmine from contacting you?
I did. He actually said I should get a PPO against her.
And that's what you're asking the court to do, is get a PPO.
Dang. Even her ex-husband, the girl's boyfriend, the girl's new boyfriend, even said to the ex-wife, maybe you should get a protective order. My girlfriend sounds a little bit nuts.
That stops any contact. Is there any reason that you should have any contact with this person, Ms. McJames, at all?
No, none.
Thank you. That's all I have for now, Your Honor. Thank you.
Nicely sold.
Ms.
Nicely
McJames,
sold. Like it.
were there any questions you wanted to ask Ms. Ayers?
Not specifically to her, more just pertaining to the case with you and evidence that's been presented.
All right, let me put you under oath then.
Sure.
Raise your right hand, please. You do swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Please state your full name for the record.
My name's Jasmine Jade McJames.
So, McJames, do you acknowledge that you are either the current or former girlfriend of Ms. Ayers' ex-husband?
Yes. Mitchell Sylvius is my ex-boyfriend at this time due to a lot caused by a very messy custody battle.
All right, so the two of you are no longer together?
Not at this time, Your Honor, no.
All right, so there were a number of text messages that were
Right, she did
attached
talk funny.
to the petition. Do you acknowledge that you're the one who's sending these text messages to Ms. Ayers?
Yes, Your Honor. I have the copy of the PPO in front of me, and I do agree that all of that was sent between her and I.
All right, and what more did you want to tell me?
Yeah, she's a super Karen for sure. She's showing all the signs of Karenness. Giving me all Karen all the time. You know what I'm saying? I wish she would record herself so that we could react to it.
I guess to start, I work in nursing and I'm a state mandated reporter. So I will own 100% that I did contact CPS based on my experience with abuse. There were some things living with Kimberly that I was very concerned with.
Okay, so she's gonna explain why she called CPS on, on these people, on this woman or whatever, and okay. She's gonna explain to us what the signs were that caused her to do this. I want y'all to pay attention. Cause it sounds weird. Oh, Samantha said her boyfriend is packing and going into hiding as the court hearing is happening. Yeah. Oh, well, she said that at this moment during this that they're not together, but apparently they're off and on. But you guys will see when we watch the next thing. You'll get to see the actual husband slash her boyfriend slash the other one's ex-husband. You'll get to see him in that. This is just a short clip. I wanted you guys to be able to see the girl so that it all makes sense. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Mama love you. Yes, you do. Ooh. All right, so listen up. Listen up. She's going to tell us why she called CPS. Okay.
So I do want to openly admit that I did call CPS under concern for the child's well-being and her safety. I'm a state mandated reporter. If I saw signs of abuse and neglect and I didn't report it and something were to be happening, then that could come back on me potentially. In addition to that, it's not my job to dictate whether or not it's a false accusation or not. I was concerned for Kimberly, and I acted as what the state of Michigan has directed me to do when I see signs of abuse or potential neglect. So I do want to just put that out, a state mandated reporter.
So who's Kimberly?
Kimberly Silvius is Mitchell Silvius and Kelly Ayers' daughter.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old.
And who did you suspect of some kind of child abuse or neglect?
I suspected Andrew Ayers, Kelly Ayers' husband, based on certain signs and just signals that I had been seeing: heavy gifting, buying a lot of presents, forcing Kim to call him daddy, things like that.
I don't.
So she called CPS because the mother of the daughter, the mother's new husband, right, was buying the child gifts. Okay. And wanted her to call him dad or daddy. It's an 8-year-old now. Okay. So daddy is the term that you use when you're that young. When you get older, you might start saying dad. I said daddy till my daddy was dead. Okay. But I say daddy because, that's just what it always was. Daddy. That's what it sounded more like daddy than daddy. It was like daddy. Daddy. Oh, daddy. He's so funny. He told very good jokes. He told long jokes. My daddy told long jokes. He was one of those long jokes where you had to wait for the end, and they were hilarious. Always worth the wait. Worth the wait. They were worth the wait, and they were rare too. So you had to wait. You might only get 3 a year. So we would sit around and listen to the long story that led to the punchline. Always worth it. Always worth it. Rest in peace, Bozo. It's my daddy nickname. Oh, daddy.
I don't want to go any further into that because it really doesn't bear on the PPO. I just wanted to know who it was that you suspected.
Sure.
So I understand that filing a complaint with CPS is not something that I would consider as a basis for issuing a PPO. I wouldn't issue a PPO to stop people from filing reports with CPS. That's beyond the scope of what I would do. But these text communications, since you acknowledge that you've made them, they clearly rise to the level of harassing in nature. You really have no reason to be communicating with Ms. Ayers.
Exactly.
These were sent on more than one occasion, so that creates the 2 instances that is required for the court to issue a non-domestic PPO. I believe a factual basis has been established for me.
Matthew, that is the strangest question, but I'll answer you. It's like it's like a strip. They're strips. They're strips. They're like little strips. It's like a strip light, and at the end of it, it has like a little USB port thing to plug it in to like like you would your phone. Like to plug it into either USB extension cord or a, or like a cube thing like you would your phone. It's just 2 of them. It's just 1 and 2. See? It's just 2 strippy lights. See? That's it. It's just 2 little strips. And guess how much they cost? They're very expensive. They're very expensive. That's like, they're extremely expensive. They were like $6 each. They're like $6 each. And I had to order them from like overseas, like from like Milan. You know, there was a Walmart in Milan, and that's where I got them. Okay. I got them from Walmart for $6 is what I'm telling you. Okay. That's what I'm telling you. All right. It's just two of them. $12 total. Bam. Bam. And that 9 was a gift from a girl I work with. She bought me like a set of like 3 different little wall lights for my birthday, like 3 or 4 years ago. And that was one of them. One of them was a cloud. One of them was thunder. All the other 2 of them both broke. Like the cord, the thing that was attaches to it broke. But amazingly, the 9 is the only one which is the one that I wanted. The other 2 were like extras. The 9 was the one I wanted. The 9 was the one that's still hanging around, you know. But there's the answer to your question, Matthew. There's the answer. Oh, Amy. What's up, Amy? Gringa. What's up, babies? Welcome, honeypots. Welcome. Just wondering, because I have similar setup, but with the Christmas lights. That looks better though. Yeah, and they change too. They're like, I can make them be whatever color. This is like when you first plug it in, this is this is like the automatic setting. But it can be there they are. They could change. All right. Reach this thing over so I can reach. I can make them be like a solid color. The thing is hidden behind my bed, so you can't see it real good. Actually, since I'm doing it on, go ahead and do my little pink and blue. That's my colors I like to do. Changes the whole mood, right? Y'all like it like this, or should I change it back? We could change them. You can make them strobe. I can make them do a strobe thing where the lights move. $6 at Walmart. Yup. These are like the 6-foot long ones. Yes, they cheap, honey, because mama's cheap. You know, mama ain't spending no money, honey. She ain't got to. I'm not built for that life. You know what I'm saying? Mama's a what they call it, a hermit. Yes. All right, let's get back into this.
Way to do that. I will issue a PPO prohibiting you from.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm slightly confused because she has contacted me in regards to this as well. She's responded as well as given personal information in the form of her email. The PPO was never an issue until I refused to give her court evidence against her ex-husband for FOC. So I have proof, and it's been sent to you as well, that I have her saying, can you send me the file of recording? And then as well, including her email. When I no longer responded to her and sent her the information that she was requesting to incriminate her ex-husband, that's when this PPO came out and established. I work in nursing. I am technically not allowed to have a PPO. I have nothing to do with this case anymore, nor do I have any contact with her ex-husband. So I'm not quite sure what merits a PPO when there is proof in here that she has contacted me as well as given additional personal information to contact her. The only form of communication we have had this entire time is via Facebook and my cell phone, which she has called multiple times herself. So I'm not quite sure why that would mean harassment when she's asking me to contact her.
Ma'am, these communications are harassing and
Yeah, no strobe, no strobe. No strobe, Samantha, I promise. This I promise you. Oh, who's in here talking about some politics? Somebody's in here talking about who's in here talking about some politics? Taylor strong sentence. I ain't see no politics. Who's talking about politics? What she talking about? What you talking about, Willis? I don't see nothing about no politics, honey.
In nature, there's more than one of them. That's sufficient for me to issue a PPO. I'm going to issue a PPO. Mr. White, if you could prepare and submit one to the court.
Sure, you'll issue
It will.
like you issued a no contact order and FOC as well. So you go right ahead and issue that PPO, Your Honor, but you don't have any idea what's going on with this case besides a bitter baby mama. That's all you have right now. So it's very unfortunate. Right. You won't even listen to my side of the story, but you've been listening.
Ma'am, I listened to enough to make a decision.
Look at her, y'all. She's still talking. Look, even though she's muted. She don't know she's muted now. Look how I froze her. She really thinks she's talking her ish right now, but he can't even hear her. Look.
Mr. White, the PPO should prohibit.
She's like. We can't hear you, baby. We wish we could, because I'm sure you were saying something that was going to get you arrested. So it's unfortunate that we could not hear you, but we can't. So you look crazy right now. Look at this.
All forms of
she still ain't figured it out.
That are listed, you can check every box. You can also check the box for posting a message through the use of any medium of communication. This PPO will remain in effect until 12.
She's still talking, Lola. She's like, oh, okay. Okay, so but back to what I was saying. She like. Oh, she really thought she was doing something.
31 of 21. We provide that the clerk will file a copy with the.
And check this out. She thinks that she's getting away with talking crazy because in her mind he can hear her and he's letting her get away with saying what she's saying. But in actuality, he can't hear her. She's like, and fuck you and your mama too, and you ain't shit. And she's thinking, look, he ain't even doing that to me. He ain't saying nothing. Look, he just, cause Karen. And, and in reality, he can't hear her. I know watching this back, she was so embarrassed. Her and muted Daryl would get along great. I know. Oh, God. Daryl would just love her. And, his version of love involves fists. You know what I'm saying? Fists of tiny fury, But, love is love. You know what I'm saying?
The Jackson Police Department and the Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
Look at her.
As soon as I receive that, I will sign it.
Thank you, Ron. I'll submit that electronically.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Look. She was doing that to the very end. Too funny for words. Okay. All right. So now that you've seen her, you know what hers is all about. Now we can watch this, and this will make a little more sense because you'll have kind of an understanding of who they're talking about. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let's see. Let me get everybody in here. Get everybody in here. We want to make sufficient room. Everybody fit. Everybody needs to fit. You know what I'm saying? You got to make everybody fit, or it ain't worth it. Y'all like my song? Did I do good or no? Okay. We're gonna sit mama right here in this here empty courtroom up here. You know what I'm saying? See, I'm in the empty courtroom. Yes, honey. What's going on, Judge? You tell them, Judge. You know what I'm saying? Judge them. Judge them harshly. Special K. Okay, so we just watched the lady. Okay. All right. The lady was just in here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, brother Jumbie. And she's the girlfriend of the ex-husband of this woman who was getting a restraining order on her. Like, so this man and this woman used to be married. They got divorced. The husband then got a girlfriend. Girlfriend's crazy. Okay. We just watched the girlfriend. Okay. Because the ex-wife's getting a restraining order, a protective order against her. Because she's crazy. She called her job and she said, she's a white lady. The girlfriend is a white lady, but she called the girl's job, said she was, because the girl's a realtor. She calls the girl's job, talks to the girl's boss at the realty place, and says that she was a client who was about to cash buy a house, was about to buy a house cash, but the lady said something racist to her and said she was a black woman. So this white lady called them, said she was a black woman, claimed to be a black woman, whom this woman was being racist to. Try to get her fired. So that's what we just watched. So now we're gonna watch the husband. Top right corner is the husband on the right, and that's his lawyer with him. Okay. Of course, everybody knows the judge. Hey, judge. I'm assuming this cop down here is a witness, unless he's just waiting on his own trial. This down here, right under me, is the lawyer, the ex-wife and her lawyer, right? So ex-wife, her lawyer, the husband and his lawyer, and then not sure who this lady is over here. Is this the girlfriend? What was her name? Hold on. That's not her, is it? She kind of favors her. Is that her? Let me see. Hold on. That ain't her. Right? I just played it, so it should be one of these right here. There it is. Let's see. Let's see what her name was. Her name was Nah, that's not her. That's somebody else. Okay. Yeah, so maybe this is a court clerk or a witness or something down here at the bottom left. Not sure who that is. But let's see what it is. Oh God, what's going on with somebody's family? Oh, look at you, Jasmine McJames. Thank you, Rocky Mountain Resale. Jasmine Jade McJames. Look at you. Look at you. Thank you, honey pot. Hey, SoCal guy. Edie Beatty, what's up, baby? Danny Costello, you like my singing, baby? Thank you. Miss Daly. Hey, boo. Brother Jumbie. Let's see. Look. Brother Jumbie. Wee. Where are my rest of my babies at? Okay, all right. Irish girl. What's going on with Irish girl? Sorry, mama, I got a bail. My dad has called me 3 times. My mama is not doing good. She's in hospice. Oh, I'm sorry, baby pie. I do love your lives. Please pray, family. I'm not ready to lose my mama. Oh, nobody is, honey. We're going to be shooting you out some prayers, honey pot. Okay, all the types of prayers that you need. You're going to need multiple different types. We're going to send all of them to you, okay? Mama love you, honey pot. Okay? Yes, she do. She definitely do. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that's the nightmare, ain't it? Yeah, that's that realization nobody wants to have. We lose people constantly, but it's like certain people that's like obligatory that they stay here as long as you do. Mama be one of them, okay? Mama be one. Okay.
Okay, Shannon, you can put us on the record. Okay, this is the continuation of
Yeah, mama be one of them. Yes, she do. Oh, yes, honey. Peace. Peace, love, and hugs, and good, positive energy, high frequency perspective, and just like the ability to pull joy from the air. Find it, hang on to it, and have it be thick, is to not be lost easily so that it may stick. Okay. Ooh, yes, honey. Your peace. High frequency prayers, okay, for Irish girl and her mama. Okay. May the peace be well. Yes, may the peace be well, the realizations be like just clear. All that stuff. Just yes, honey. Just good, solid energy and and a connecting frequency. Yes. So that everyone can be aware of the frequency. You want it to connect. So everybody's kind of on the same wavelength. So everybody gets the same peace. All that. Okay. Low anxiety. Woo. I'm feeling that in my own stomach right now. That's the shit of nightmares, honey. That's the shit of the nightmares. Steve, what's up, baby? Harley. Yes, y'all. Put up the little prayer hands and all that. Chuckles and Barbarians. Yes. Love to you and your mama, too. Yes, honey. Maxine Medina. A cool name like what? You want a cool name? All right, let's see what's going on with these people.
Road versus Silvius, and I don't really remember where we left off, but I'm sure you gentlemen know.
Your Honor, good morning, Your Honor. Nick Jurai on behalf of Mitchell Silvius.
Thank you, Your Honor. Eric White appearing on behalf of the petitioner, Kelly Ayers.
And Eric, or Mr. White, at least my recollection from reviewing the video, I don't know, about a week or two
Debbie.
ago, I think you were done with your cross, but I'm not going to speak for you.
I think I had just I don't think I'd quite finished. My notes indicate I'd left off. We were talking about the minor child and your client's drinking. I think I was pretty close, though.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, Judge.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me okay, Mr. Silvius?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Hey, Tony.
I think you had testified previously that You do not consume alcohol with Kimmy around, is that correct?
Correct.
When's the last time that you actually would have consumed any alcohol of any kind Kimmy was present?
I can't recall a date off the top of my head, but it would have had to have been at least early February, and previously on before that, late January.
How about in since August, when Kelly filed this motion to change custody, since August of 2020, during that year of 2020, did you ever consume alcohol in front of Kimmy?
Yes.
To excess?
No.
So from August 2020 through the end of 2020, you were never intoxicated in the presence of Kimmy?
May have been a couple of nights here and there.
Well, we've gone from never having to do it to a couple nights. What's a couple mean to you?
Yeah, good question.
About 2 or 3.
Who else was present there to watch over Kimmy if you had been drinking to that extent?
Sometimes I'd have my brother over, my dad over. I've had my cousin over. Then, of course, at that time there was, which is now my ex-girlfriend, Jasmine at the time.
Look at that. This poor girl around all these drunk behind grown ass men and a crazy girlfriend who hates her mother, which it just automatically means hates her too. It's just what it means. Oh my gosh, this girl. Oh my God.
So you remember what started this whole thing when you texted Kelly about Jasmine not being suitable to be around Kimmy. You remember that in August, right?
Correct.
But even after you made that text, you allowed Kimmy to be cared for by Jasmine while you were intoxicated on at least a couple of occasions, right?
I wouldn't say Jasmine cared for her while I was intoxicated.
Well, if she was there and you were intoxicated, she would kind of be that one, wouldn't she?
I mean, I'm more than capable of making dinner, making sure that she gets showered and dressed and
Oh my God.
ready for bed. I never got so intoxicated that blackout drunk fall on the floor.
You're drunk behind putting her to bed does not bring me comfort, okay? You know how traumatized kids are when they see you drunk? Like, when they see you drunk, they're like confused. They're like, fuck. Okay, so if there's a fire, I'm going to have to put it out. Got it. Not cool. Look at him. Look at him, just steady lying.
Floor and can't.
So just so you know, this all was triggered because the little girl said that daddy drinks too much. She took her daughter to counseling, and the little girl told the counselor that her dad drinks too much. Like he'd be drunk. That's what the little girl, she 8. She told the counselor this. And so now here daddy is about to try to call his daughter a liar. But then while telling on himself at the same time. So thanks for that, Dad.
Can't even care for my own self.
Well, there's a pretty wide range between having a couple cocktails with dinner and being blackout drunk. It sounds like you admitted a couple times where you were intoxicated. You don't think that impacts your ability to provide care for a child?
Depending on the severity.
Oh my God.
How do you explain contacting Kelly August 3rd about Jasmine being this horrible person to expose your little girl to, and then keeping her around for August and September and October and November? How do you explain keeping this person around your child when you've already admitted she shouldn't be there?
It was a long process on trying to have Jasmine leave the house in a more positive aspect. There was already a lot of negativity going on, and then this trial started. It was a very stressful situation. I was just trying to find something to which everybody could be less stressful about. And I was hoping that Jasmine would be able to move out on her own. She had told me time and time again that she was going to be moving out on her own, and to which she eventually did.
Well, what was more important, Jasmine or Kimmy? Because you clearly acknowledge in August that Jasmine can't be around your child, but you keep her around for months.
Mm-hmm. That part.
What's more important there? Was Kimmy the ultimate?
Yeah, I got the membership link in the chat, sitting there at the top, just feeling lonely, waiting for somebody to just come along and be like, hey, you, hey, Link, you know what? I've decided that you're the one for me. You know what I'm saying? Can I touch you? And then they just touch like a Marion. Touch. And then become a member and make mama, dance and chuckle like the Pillsbury Doughboy. Feel free to click the link and become a member is what I'm saying to you, okay? That's what I'm saying to you. Maybe I should put my little bar up to remind you guys. Let's see. And go. Go. Okay. Go back to the olden days of one. You know what I'm saying? 9/28. Can y'all believe we about to creep up on 2024? Isn't that crazy? We're just creeping up on it like that. Just on some sneaky shit. Done. All right. I'm gonna put that there. Remind you guys. Oop, nope. Get back down there. Get back down there. Okay. Oh, I got it. Shoot. I got it blocked. Okay. We're gonna put you up there. And then I'll let you sit down there. Okay. All right, that's more like it. A little less bare. Little less barren, you know what I'm saying? All right. Nice, bright, and shiny, to guilt trip you guys. Like to guilt trip my babies, you know what I'm saying? All right. The membership goal for the night is 5 new members before we leave the live stream. Okay, we're at 0. See it? Look, 0. Okay, need 5 new members. All these people in white. You know what I'm saying? I know there's not a lot of them actually. Honestly, at this point, it looks like it's just Tony and Phyllis. Oh, Tequila's one too. Maxine. Yeah, honestly, it ain't a whole lot of I think it's like maybe 5 total people in the chat that aren't members. Oh, Mama, are you eating the same candy as me? Oh no, I'm eating this one. I was trying to find my rainbows. Like the rainbow collision or whatever ones, but they didn't have them. So these are just the regular tangy strawberry sweet tart ropes. Is that what you eating? Is that what you eating, baby? Yes, remember to hit the like button for Mama, okay? That costs $3.15. Hey, B Blanco. What's up, baby? What's going on, honey pot? How you doing? What's going on? Timmy. Marilyn. Hey, boo. Thank you, Samantha. Mama love you. Yes, you do. Okay.
Deal for you, or was Jasmine more important?
My daughter is always the most important to me.
Except for you
Ooh,
didn't
my
take any action for
shoulder.
months to prove that by
My
kicking
shoulder.
Jasmine out. Did you?
No.
And in fact, you kept Jasmine around. What happened in December involving CPS?
Well, found out that Jasmine had called CPS on Kelly and her husband, Andrew.
And this whole situation could have been avoided with CPS and Kimmy being interviewed if you had just taken steps back in August when you first recognized that she couldn't be around. Right?
Correct.
But you didn't. When we had to file an ex parte action back in December,
I know, right? Melanator still has not been back since that moment. Isn't that crazy? He must have actually been feeling some type of way about the fact that he wasn't able to be a member, but that he wasn't a member or whatnot. And then he left, and then somebody gifted a membership, and it went to him. They gifted one, and then there it was. There it was. But he was gone. He had left. It's like he was feeling guilty about it or something. He was like, he said he thought he was the only person in the chat who wasn't a member. And so then he left. He left, and then he has not been back since. And he's a member, and he don't even know it. He never got to see that he was a member because he left. And he has not been back since. I don't know where he is. I wish he would hop his little ass back up in here so he could see. Oh my gosh. Isn't that crazy? That's so crazy how that happened.
based on the craziness of Jasmine still in your life, did you immediately remove her from the house after that ex parte order was entered?
In December, yes.
So what date did she move out of your home?
I want to say it was December 11th.
You packed up all her stuff as soon as you found out that she made false allegations, and you kicked her right out?
Actually, it was the date that we had court for the motion for the ex parte order. I told Jasmine that she had to leave that day, and
Hey, tall glass.
she got out of work. She made threatening messages to myself. I called the police, and I can't remember the officer's name, but the officer came. Officer told her that she does need to leave. She already had a place signed for release. The only thing that the officer asked that I do is that I leave the premises while Jasmine packed up all of her belongings and left.
And have you had no contact with her since?
I've had minimal contact with her.
What's minimal?
She once tried to accuse me of impregnating her, and with a positive pregnancy test in January. She's tried to ask me to come back to review the relationship.
When was that?
That had been going on and off throughout January, but I didn't want to pursue anything with her.
Are you the father of one of her children?
No, I am not.
Have you had DNA testing to make that determination? Because you're aware that she's telling folks that you're the father of her child, right?
I'm sure she is.
Let's make an assumption that you actually are, okay?
She is a nut. Oh, why? What is she doing to this man in this house? Like, she got this man folded into a Wetzel's pretzel, honey. He is shook and been took, honey. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. What did she do to you, Sarah? I don't think that's her down at the bottom left. That's somebody named Broth, something Broth or Brat or something. I'm not sure who this person is. She might be like a court witness or something or she's a person waiting for their turn in the courtroom or something. I don't know. We'll find out.
How could you possibly have a relationship with that child and her with all the problems that have existed with you and Kimmy here and some of the issues that have gone on there?
Well, first of all, I'm going to object to it because it's a hypothetical question. Which child are you talking about?
Would be her youngest, I believe.
How old is her youngest?
I think that's up to your client to answer,
How old
Nick.
is your youngest?
Jasmine's youngest, I believe, she's either 2 or about to turn 2.
Did you even know her 2 years ago?
No.
Okay.
Hold on.
Hang on. Sorry, hang on.
Oh my God, sir, where are you looking to find this truth at? Like, is it in the corner with the spider web? The truth done got caught up in the spider web, y'all. He gonna see it eventually. He gonna keep looking. He gonna find it. It do look like she wearing a bib. Alma, it looked like a bib. What are those things used to be called? Dickies. People used to wear back in the day, a dickie. Where you could wear it like under a vest or something, where it would look like it's a shirt under there, but really it was just like a neck. It wrapped around your neck and then it was just like a flap. We were so innovative back in the day.
I met Jasmine 4 months before she gave birth. I'm sorry. I had to think about that for a second.
Wow. You met her when she was pregnant. When she was 5 months pregnant. And you said, you know what? You the one for me. She still got somebody else's DNA on her. Like, what is you doing, bro? What is you doing?
Do you think that you have an alcohol problem or a substance abuse problem, sir?
I do not believe that. I do not believe so.
Now, there's a young lady that has moved into your home that I think you've already testified that you're not romantically involved with her.
Correct.
Where are all of her clothes at? Are they in your bedroom?
No.
Well, how many bedrooms are there? Would they actually have doors on them?
I have 4 bedrooms.
How many bedrooms have actually doors on them?
4 bedrooms.
Okay, one has French doors that are glass, right? That's
Correct.
not really a bedroom, is it? The one with all the boxes in it?
There's no boxes in that room with French doors. That's my daughter's room. It has a point of egress and it doesn't have a closet. It is considered a bedroom.
It has glass double French doors, right?
Correct.
And you believe that's a bedroom?
Yes.
Okay. And your sworn testimony under oath is that you've had no physical relationship with this 21-year-old that you moved in after Jasmine, right?
Correct.
You heard the counselor testify about how your daughter described your drinking. Did you hear all that?
Correct.
And I believe that you've denied that, right?
Yes.
Can you explain why your daughter would make repeated lies to a therapist about your alcohol?
I don't know if I would say so much as lies. I call it perception. Sometimes things in a child's eyes are much drastically different from what things really truly are. Have I drank in front of Kim before? Yes. Here more recently to the point of excess, I mean, even at all, I haven't done so. I haven't drank very heavily in a while.
What's a while?
A few months.
What's a few?
I'd say at least in January.
So back when this started in August of 2020 until January 2021, you were drinking heavily then?
Throughout that entire time, no, I have not been drinking heavily. I drank, but not heavily.
And you understand that those times between August 2020 and the end of the year, Kimmy was talking about that and after January, right, to the counselor?
Yes.
You think it's a perception. How old is Kimmy? 8?
Yes.
Pretty smart little girl, isn't she?
She's very smart.
And you think it's all about her perception that led her to tell the counselor that you drink too much?
Not 100%.
Well, at least he's not down to completely throw his daughter under the bus and call her a liar. That's nice. At least there's that.
You ever been tested for substance abuse, had an evaluation for substance abuse or alcoholism?
Yes.
When was that?
It was when I out-processed from the military.
They gave you a substance abuse evaluation when you leave the military?
When you leave the military, they make sure that you're in perfect, healthy order. They don't want to release people that aren't mentally stable out into the general public. They want to
So
make
you had a, I'm sorry, go ahead.
They like to make sure that when your contract is over, that you're the utmost able to go back to civilian life without any issues.
So everybody that separates from the military gets the substance abuse evaluation?
I can't say that. It was just part of my out processing.
When was that?
My out processing was in between August 2013 and January 2014.
You've had no substance abuse testing or evaluation since?
Yeah, Jasmine is the crazy girlfriend. Jasmine's not on this screen. Jasmine was in the last screen. Jasmine was this lady.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old.
That was Jasmine. That's the girlfriend. Her name is Jasmine McJames. We watched that part before. So now we have, this is the boy, this is the ex-husband, right? So this one and this lady right here in the back here. See, that's her attorney. Right? It's like, this is the mom. This is the dad. They used to be married, right? They got divorced. Okay. So they share custody. So the daughter would go back and forth. And then the dad ended up with that girlfriend. That's Jasmine, the one I just showed you. Now that was Jasmine, but she was a hot mess and she did all that crazy stuff. Now, I think somebody in the chat said that this lady right here, it's possible that this lady here may be the mother of the ex-wife, this lady back here. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but somebody said that. But yeah, Jasmine is the crazy girlfriend. Uh-huh.
Since then?
No.
When's the last time you had a drink?
Hey, Robert.
I want to say probably last Wednesday.
Okay.
Oh, he's so funny. He just said he don't even drink no more.
Just give me 1 second here, Your Honor.
Right, V. Blanco? They don't want to release us back into the wild, not in working order.
So if you were trying to move Jasmine out starting in August, do you remember going and having family pictures taken with her in September?
Yes.
Do you normally have family photos taken with someone that you're moving out because they're not good for your family situation?
Honestly, it was the first time I ever had family photos taken.
So the very first time you have family photos taken with a person that you don't think should be around your child and you're attempting to move out, but I'll have a family photo taken?
Right.
It was an agreed upon situation.
What does that mean?
Agreed upon? What's that mean?
Exactly.
Well, Jasmine wanted to do family photos. I'm not very photogenic. I did want to do photos with myself and Kimberly, and Jasmine offered to pay for the entire shoot. So I got some photos of Kim and I, and Jasmine got the photos that she wanted, which don't mean anything to me.
You mean this photo, you and Jasmine, that doesn't mean anything to you? Does that look familiar?
Yes.
Ugh.
So the person that you're moving out because your ex-wife's trying to take custody, you get family photos. I have that right?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I have, Your Honor, for now. Thank you.
That's quite enough.
Your Honor, some redirect related to his cross. You
Can
mentioned.
can you hold on just a minute?
Sure.
I have another case on my docket this morning. I was a little confused about which Kelly was on the screen when she first came on, but let Mr. Navarre in and find out what's going on with that other case. So hold on. Good morning, Mr. Navarre.
Morning, Your Honor. I can see and hear you fine.
I know you're on my docket this morning. I see your client. I think Ms. Bro is your client. Okay. I don't see Mr. Conant. I was wondering what was going on. Okay, sorry about that, Mr. Lujura. You may proceed.
Yeah, so there was a reference, Mitchell, to the military. How long? What branch were you in?
United States Army.
And from what years?
From 2010 to 2014.
Were you deployed?
Yes, I was.
Where were you deployed to?
Afghanistan.
How long were you in Afghanistan?
Roughly 9 months.
Okay. Were you allowed to consume alcohol in Afghanistan?
No.
Why is that?
I mean, you're in combat territory. You can't have any soldier at any given point in time not be fully 100% able, mentally and physically ready to go. So nothing that alters or impairs your ability to fire a weapon, drive a vehicle, act on instinct if need be.
What was your job in Afghanistan?
I was 19 Delta, Cavalry Scout.
Okay.
What is that?
Description of a Cavalry Scout: go behind enemy lines, detect undetected, not known, point out land features, enemies, vehicles, things of nature, so that you can get them to the commander, so that the commander has full eyes on the battlefield.
Now, one of the issues that came up was your daughter treating with the therapist, and what she's been reporting to the therapist. You heard that question?
Yes.
Looking at the notes, your daughter first started treating with the therapist on September 16th, 2020. When was the first time you were aware that your daughter was seeing a therapist?
January 28th.
Kim, your daughter had never mentioned to you that she was seeing a therapist?
No.
Had you ever been contacted by the therapist?
No.
Did Miss Ayers ever tell you your daughter was seeing a therapist?
No.
One of the issues that came up is that your daughter has a cell phone.
Yes.
Have you ever tried to call that cell phone?
Yes, I have.
And what happened?
The call does not go through.
And what did you find out why?
I found out that our daughter's phone is restricted to only a few contacts.
And you're not one of those contacts.
Correct.
Do you have any issue with a court order that says that when your daughter's with you, you cannot consume alcohol?
I do not have an issue with that.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Oh, he gonna lose that kid quick. gonna definitely drink on some sneaky shit. He gonna get
For the
caught.
witnesses?
No, Your Honor. Not for me.
No, Your
Mr.
Honor.
White?
No, thank you.
Sounds like we're ready for arguments.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be brief. I think that
Here we
the
go.
storyline here is fairly important. As you can tell, in early August, Your Honor, my client filed her own ex parte motion based on a pretty disturbing text message that Mr. Sylvia sent her that said his live-in girlfriend, that Kimmy wasn't safe to be around her. So my client did exactly what any good parent would do. She took immediate action. And the court declined to sign an ex parte order, but set this matter for this evidentiary hearing that we're now engaged in. And a number of items and issues were brought up by Ms. Ayers in that initial pleading. Well, we've heard the story that although Mr. Sylvius believed that this Jasmine was a bad person to be around Kimmy, he took no action to put her out in August or September or October or November or December. And in fact, you saw the little nice family photo I held up. It's one of a series. The fact is that this person that Mr. Sylvius says he's trying to throw out, he's taking family photos. And those family photos include everybody, her kids, his child, the whole works.
Hey,
That's not
Paula.
consistent with somebody whose words say, I'm trying to throw this person out who's bad for my daughter. If he would have, perhaps the December hearing wouldn't be necessary. Because Mr. Sylvius refused to take action and get this person that he admits is bad to be around his daughter, this girlfriend files, she calls the police, calls CPS, files a false claim against Miss Ayers and her husband. It's only then, finally, that he takes action to put this person out of Kimmy's life. Meanwhile, Kimmy's having issues and she's seeing a therapist. The therapist is quite clear that Mr. Sylvius, the reports from Kimmy is Mr. Sylvius has a serious drinking problem. And you can tell, Your Honor, he's changed his story repeatedly from I never drink around Kimmy to I have drank around Kimmy. I've never been intoxicated around her to maybe I have a couple times. That's not credible, Your Honor. And 8-year-olds simply don't make up stories about the things that she's told this therapist. And the things she's told this therapist are very concerning. It should be concerning to the court. It's concerning to my client, and it's certainly concerning to the therapist. The problem is, I don't think that you can take another chance with Mr. Sylvius. He got a warning in August. All he did was double down and continue his relationship with this very toxic person. We're stuck with yet another problem in December. Mr. Sylvius can say that he's not going to expose this child to anybody like this again. He's going to say, I'm not going to drink around her. But the fact is, it doesn't sound like he can be trusted.
Nope.
When the chips were down in August, he just kept going down that same road, Your Honor. We believe we've met the burden to change the custody. What we're asking the court to do is award Mr. Sylvius every other weekend, and that he's to have no alcohol for the 24 hours preceding parenting time, any parenting time with Kimmy, and during, and that he could be subject to a preliminary breath test by a law enforcement officer upon
nice.
Request.
I like this. I like this lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He plays no games. He plays no games. Okay? Because ain't nobody trying to hear you apologize because something that happened to that little girl. And I didn't mean to hurt her. I didn't mean for anything to ever happen. And I didn't mean, and I didn't mean, and I didn't mean. It's not going to bring her back to life, honey. Okay? It ain't going to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to prevent you and your shenanigans from ruining her little life. Because she did not ask to be here to have to sit there and witness that bullshit. that you call parenting, okay? I like this lawyer. He is on it, honey.
There's only one way to get this young lady back in the right track, and that's to minimize, unfortunately, the time she spent with her father, because he's making poor decisions. During COVID, he not only has this Jasmine problem, he's moved in a young 21-year-old girl that he claims isn't a romantic interest. Imagine bringing a 21-year-old into your home during the height of COVID when we're trying to be safe. These are decisions that aren't made in the best interests of Kimmy, and we believe that you should change the custodies we requested, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ogeron.
Your Honor,
Yeah, if this 21-year-old ain't his, basically fuck buddy, then who is it? I want to hear more about this 21-year-old girl he done moved in there. I want to know. I want to know what's going on. I want to know who. All you have to do is ask this man the same question 3 times. He'll give you 3 different answers. The third answer will be the right one. He's like very bad at lying. He tries, but then he, immediately just, is like, okay, fine. He's like, no, yes. Like, were you there? No. Were you there? No. Were you there? Uh-huh. How many did you have? 1. How many? 1. How many? 3. Oh God, he just give it right up, don't he?
let's start in August. On or about August 3rd or 4th, I forget the exact date. And Mr. Silvius,
Look at that posture.
in his continuing effort to co-parent
Mm-hmm.
with Miss Ayers,
Uh-huh.
contacts him about his concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Ayers, instead of discussing that with him, files an ex parte motion to take away his parenting time and take away Kimmy's time with her dad. That doesn't get granted. We have a hearing on or about September 10th, where you can look at the order where the court orders that there will be no unsupervised contact between Jasmine and Kimmy. What does mom do? Less than a week later, she goes and has Kimmy see a therapist. We went through those notes. I went through the testimony with the therapist. I have those notes in front of me, and it says current living situation, mom, Andrew, Kim. Dad's not referenced. You heard mom's testimony. She never gave the therapist dad's contact information. You heard dad's testimony that although this starts in September, he doesn't find out about it until end of January. When I look at those notes, in the first visit, remember this is less than a week after the court hearing, in the therapist note, mom says, oh, one of the reasons I'm here is to change custody. There is, in those notes, oh, dad's drinking, that sort of thing, but there's no reference as Mr. White indicates that he's always intoxicated. Now let's go again. Let's review the record again. We have another motion in December because this Jasmine, who I don't want to be indelicate, but from what I can tell, she's somewhat of a nut, calls CPS and says Miss Ayers and her husband are abusing the child. What does Mr. Silvius do? Does he take advantage of that? No. When CPS contacts him, he supports mother in her efforts. We have testimony in this case. I reviewed the videos. I took note of mom's testimony.
Melanator, you're here. You're here, Melanator. Did you notice you're a member? You're a member. Remember the other day? The other day when you were like, I'm not a member. I feel bad. I'm the only person who's not a member. And then you disappeared. As soon as you disappeared, somebody did a membership, gifted a membership, and it was yours. It landed on, it was you. You don't pick it. You don't get to pick it. So it just randomly did it and it picked you. So you've been a member since that same day. right after you went off. Like you said that and then you disappeared. And then she sent the thingy. Like, and you were gone. Yeah, just oh, Melanita, you're a member. Did you notice? Did you know that you were a member? Hey, Mama Jen and Eve, I'm listening while at work. But can't comment except to say hi. Love you. Oh, Mama love you too, baby. Yes, she do. You're a member, boo. You're a member. Make sure you go into the Discord. Go to the community tab and click the thing so you can get in the Discord. Because even if you're not a member after the month or whatever, you'll still already be in the Discord. So you go ahead and do that so you'll, have access to that link, okay? All right, baby. All right, baby. You work hard. He work hard for the money. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, yay.
And when Mom testified and Mr. White asked her, well, what should the parenting situation be, parenting time? I think I should have her 100% of the time, and Dad shouldn't see her at all. Dad, throughout all this, has always tried to co-parent with Mom, but Mom's not interested. I want to back up in time even a little bit more, Your Honor. And the reason why I want to do that is because this is what she's done from the beginning. And getting ready for these hearings, I reviewed my original trial brief. Originally, the divorce trial in this matter had been set for Halloween, October 31, 2014.
Your Honor, I hate to interrupt Mr. LaJuri, but if he's going to bring up things prior to August, I just want to have the ability, I would want to have the ability to reopen proofs. There's a psychological evaluation of Mr. Silvius that's incredible. If we're going to go back that far, I'd want the court to see the psych eval.
Your Honor, I'll be brief.
So,
Hold on. Before we get into that, let me phrase it this way. If you review this file, and I think all that's in the file, if you review this file from the beginning, Mom has been trying to deny Kimmy a relationship with her father from the very beginning. Father's always tried to work with Mom. Mom, it's pretty clear, is trying to replace Father with her new husband and has no interest in co-parenting with Dad. The law is pretty clear, Your Honor, and what I have in front of me is just Shade v. Wright, but there's quotes from it that I like and I think are important. And there's a quote in it and it says, the goal of MCL 722.27 is to minimize unwarranted disruptive changes of custody orders, except under the most compelling circumstances. It's clear that this child has an established custodial environment in both homes and has had one for, what's the math on it? 6.5 years. Thank you, Mitchell. And there's nothing here, I think, that warrants changing the parenting time. You've heard of the testimony. Mom gets daughter a phone, but blocks Dad's phone number from that phone. Mom gets daughter in therapy, but doesn't include Dad in that therapy when that therapy is allegedly related to Dad's behaviors. How does that?
I'm going to tell you why she would need to block Dad's number from Kimmy's phone. Because Dad's girlfriend is texting crazy-ish. And if Mom's not getting those messages, guess where Daddy's weird behind girlfriend is going to send them? To Kimmy's phone, okay? So to monitor her daughter's phone from him and all whom he's hanging around from sending some strange thing that's going to traumatize her forever. That's what you do. Okay? And you want to speak to her. You know what I'm saying? She's 8, honestly. 8-year-olds don't need cell phones anyway. Okay? I'm going to say this. My kids didn't get phones until they were in high school each. Like my daughter got hers first year, freshman high school. She got her first phone as a freshman in high school. They had devices, like, they went on the internet and stuff like that. But what they need a phone for? Who they calling? You don't need no phone. What you need a phone for? To call me? I'm in the other room. Just knock on my door or just come in. Okay. But when they got in high school, I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't want them, just in case something pop off at the school, I don't want my kids being the only ones who can't call for help. You know, so everybody's on their phone calling their parents. And there's my kids stuck under a desk, can't call nobody because they ain't got no phone. You know what I'm saying? So I had to. I was like, oh, yeah, hell nah. Yeah, you got to get a phone. So we had one by the weekend, first year of high school. Mm-hmm. Yup, same thing for my son. He got his. I think he got his. Actually, he might have got his a little bit sooner than she did. Yeah, because I think his dad got him his first phone. You know, he don't go by the same rules as me. Their daddy don't go by the same rules. We got different rules. You know what I'm saying? I think he got his first phone from his daddy. So yeah, I think his came. He might have got his sooner. Maybe he might have. Oh, I remember when I got her phone. Oh, they grow up so fast. Oh, it's disgusting.
That makes sense for this job. I'll leave the court to answer that question. Your Honor, do you have any questions for me?
I know that hairline is something else.
I don't have any questions.
Hey, wouldn't it be funny if that wasn't his hairline? If that was just hair? Like if his hairline is actually a like a cul-de-sac. But he just like, you know, like Trump do, like he's just ain't nothing going on up here, but he just like comb over the part here to cover it, and he uses the hairspray. Nice, he good with the hairspray and you know what I'm saying? The Gorilla Glue, you know. You know what I'm saying? To hold it down, you know, make it do what it do, baby. You know what I'm saying? He do a little tie. He tie the hairs from here, ties them, you know, glues them to the hairs over here so that they don't flick up, you know. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. I peep that. That's pretty smart. But what if this guy actually has a cul-de-sac? Like this goes back like George Jefferson, but he taking the hair all the way from the back and just pulling it straight up and then going like this, you know, to make it like bring it to a point. I bet that's what's going on there. That's probably exactly what's happening. Now I'm curious.
Right, anything further, Mr. White?
Just 2 points.
Oh, Diamond Purple, like Count, what was his name? Count Dracula? Oh, I think his name was just the Count, right? The Count from Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't even know how he used to talk. It was like, I want to suck your blood, you know, like 1, 2. That sounds like Italian or something. 3. I don't know. That sounds like the little animal that used to try to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. 1, 2, 3.
Your Honor, the only time my client has taken court action to make this change, starting with August 20, was she reacted to a request from Mr. Silvius that I've got this, as Mr. Legere says, I got a nut here, basically. She's not been trying to change custody. She reacted to that in August, then she reacted in December to yet another thing. So I would hope that you take that into account as well, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Did you hear anything from Navarre?
I did, yeah. He said Mr. Conant is in another evidentiary hearing right now. He wasn't aware of it.
You know, this lawyer guy, why does this lawyer guy look familiar to me, you guys? Is he? Y'all let me know if he looks familiar to you guys from something. I don't know what it is. Maybe he just has like one of those generic faces that looks like a lot of people, you know, because of the glasses and the beard and the hair or whatever. I'm not sure. But something about him looks familiar to me. Let me know who this is. If y'all, or I mean, maybe it's just me.
this was on his calendar and won't be able to make it this morning.
Okay.
He's requesting a new date, and I don't know if you need to put Mr. Navarro on the record.
Remember the payphones?
say that.
Yeah.
I don't think I need to, but looks like he's got a witness sitting there too. So let me just bring him back in.
Okay.
Oh, he about to talk to the other guy for a minute. Their little trial's taking too long. So he keeps having to take little breaks to go do the other people's stuff.
Could you shoot an email to Dawn, let her know? Okay, so in order for the court to change custody when there's an established custodial environment, requires clear and convincing evidence that the change is in the child's best interest. Here we have equally shared custody between the two parents that's been in place for a substantial period of time. I don't think anybody can seriously argue that there's not indeed an established custodial environment with both parents. What the mother is requesting that I change that so that she has primary physical custody and Mr. Silvius has basically every other weekend parenting time, reasonable rights, unquestionably would impact the custodial environment the child enjoys with Mr. Silvius, and therefore it would require clear and convincing evidence that such a change is in the child's best interest. So we've spent several hours in testimony talking about the circumstances that brought us here, which was the whole situation with Jasmine.
Well, make sure y'all hit the like button for me, please, if you have not already.
I think I've already previously ruled, but if it wasn't clear from the testimony or previous rulings, that clearly that situation was sufficiently severe that it would justify the court revisiting the issue of custody. So from that, in order for me to change custody as mom requests, I have to find that the best interest factors clearly and convincingly weigh in favor of that change in custody. Most of the testimony focused on that circumstance and dad's drinking. But which certainly impacts some of the best interest factors, but I'm still required to go through each of the best interest factors. The first one being the love, affection, and other emotional ties existing between the parties involved and the child. I think there clearly is an emotional bond between both parties and their daughter.
Fair enough.
The bond appears to be stronger with mom than it is with dad, based on all of the testimony that I received.
Hey,
and
Rachel.
In particular,
hey, boo.
The counselor. The next factor is the capacity and disposition of the parties to give the child love, affection, and guidance, and to continue education and raising of the child in his or her religion or creed. I didn't hear anything to suggest that there was any shortcoming in mom's ability to give this child love, affection, guidance, continue her education. have to look back at my notes. I don't remember if there was much discussion of religion in the mother's home. Give me just a moment.
This is fair enough. You know what I'm saying? Bingo cards. What do you do with bingo card? How do we use bingo cards for the for hearing? That sounds fun though. But that would be like, well, as long as there's no prizes or whatever, then there's no it's not considered gambling. You know, cuz YouTube is funny. If it even looks like gambling, then it's like you can play those kind of games, but there can't be any money or anything involved. They call it gambling and then they ban you. But I'm sure you could just play it though, as long as it's not for like money. That sounds fun though. How would we do that though? I'd have to what, like send out cards or something? I don't, how you even do something like that? Huh. Hmm. Somebody look into that. How do you do that? Oh, bingo for certain words. Oh, that's a fun. Oh, okay, yeah. So you guys are good with the words and stuff. So I'll make a bingo chart, like a thingy or whatever, and then I'll when we're on live, I'll have you guys tell me the words and I'll write them in the spots. And you guys could all do it too. We could all do it. And that way wherever we have them actually listed, they won't be all in the same space. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody will write them in whatever space for theirs. That sounds fun. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, that sounds fun. I'm excited. Gotta go getting razor sharpening. Razor chaperone. Getting razor chaperoning tonight. What is razor chaperoning? I don't know what that means. But good night, boo. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Hey, April. What's up, baby?
Well, it's certainly possible that I missed it, but my notes would suggest that religion doesn't seem to be an important factor in either home. With respect to continuing the education, it certainly does appear that mom is more involved in Kimmy's education than dad is. Uh, I recall specifically that when she's returned to mom's home, she's typically not even ready to go to school. Mom has to take care of that preparation.
Hey, Dad.
Mom,
What is you doing over there?
by her testimony,
Welcome back, Timmy.
was basically was the only one of the two parents making an effort to make sure that Kimmy got all her schoolwork done, particularly during the time period when she was virtual only.
I'm gonna tell you what sucks too. When they do stuff like this, he ain't doing none of the school stuff. He ain't helping with none of the school stuff. But when the kid does good in school, dad'll be like, Yes, my baby's so smart, but when the kid do bad in school, guess what dad gonna say? Mama, you ain't doing a good job. What are you doing? Why she don't know this? Why she doing bad in that? If you such a good parent, she's such a good parent, why is Kimmy's failing? It's like, you are the other parent. You realize this, right? Like, the kid is over your house and you ain't doing shit, right? You ain't doing shit, but just basically leaving food out for her to pick up, you know? Oh my God. I know that to be a thing. They love to brag when something's going good and then blame when something go wrong. Very Daryl-esque. Very, very Daryl-esque. Okay.
With respect to the ability to give guidance, there is certainly a significant question in the court's mind of dad's judgment, where his daughter's involved. He immediately recognized that back in August that Jasmine was not a good influence on his daughter. And I commend him for immediately bringing that to mom's attention. But the fact that Jasmine remained in the home for a substantial period of time and ultimately didn't get booted out until it appeared that this court was going to be conducting an evidentiary hearing to look into the matter. It would certainly appear that what prompted Dad to get Jasmine out of the home in the final analysis was pressure from Mom in moving this case forward, rather than a desire from Dad to do what he apparently recognized back in August he needed to do, was to get her out of there. It's good that he finally did, but it's troubling to the court that it took so long. The next factor, capacity and disposition of the parties to provide the child with food, clothing, medical care, other remedial care. It certainly looks like both parties have the ability to provide her with the necessities of life. I don't see any significant difference here that would distinguish
Crazy
either parent
KC.
as being a little more outstanding in this area. The length of time the child has lived in a stable, satisfactory environment, and the desirability of maintaining continuity. The environment with Mom clearly appears to be stable and satisfactory. I didn't hear anything questioning Mom's ability to safely parent this child or any problems in the mother's home. The dad's home, on the other hand, has been unstable and at times very unsatisfactory. Unsatisfactory throughout the time that Jasmine was living there, which was a period of several months. Even
Yeah, and now he got a brand new person in there. Hey, Crazy Casey. What's up, baby pie? Timmy, you ain't feeling enough love, Timmy. Timmy Pooh. Oh, you back. Oh, you left and then came back. That's why I was like, I know I said hi to you like a while ago. So I guess you left and came back. Okay. Yeah, but oh dang it. I forgot what I was. Yeah. So Dad done brought this new girl in the house. I hope this judge asks about the girl.
And after this first incident came into being, and I just can't believe that everything was rosy right up until the incident in August. There had to be signs that this woman was not a good influence, not a good person to be around this child, and yet that is who Dad chose to bring into his home and to continue in his home even after he finally acknowledged that she shouldn't be there. The other difficulty I find about the environment in Dad's home is his drinking. I think he has minimized the seriousness of his drinking.
Yep, he did.
Clearly, the level of drinking has had a significant impact upon this child. The fact that she's telling a counselor and is being kept awake at night by loud parties is troublesome. How that's just not a healthy environment for a child to be in. It's anything but healthy, anything but stable, and it's somewhat refreshing to hear that Dad's beginning to acknowledge he's had a problem with drinking, but I don't think he realizes the full extent of his drinking issues. People that drink to excess on a repeated basis clearly shouldn't be drinking at all. That factor is very concerning to the court. The next factor is the permanence as a family unit of the existing or proposed custodial home or homes. Mom has got a permanent, stable family unit. Dad's home has been anything but permanent.
Yeah, rotating door syndrome.
This 21-year-old that's currently living in the home, whether or not she's a romantic interest, again, is indicative of instability in the home. Children need stability. They don't need adults moving in and out of a home on a regular basis. So we've got Jasmine there for how long? I don't know. I'm glad she's gone, but she probably never should have been there in the first place. We've got this new live-in arrangement that certainly, whether it's romantic or not, demonstrates a lack of permanence, of an instability. The issue of moral fitness, the only issue that was raised regarding moral fitness that the court believes to be significant is the drinking issue. Mental and physical health, there wasn't a lot of testimony that suggests that either parent is mentally or physically unable to parent this child. But again, the alcoholism impacts that. Home, school, and community record of the child. It would appear that the parent most involved in the child's school involvement is mom. That would not be in any way undermined or disrupted if custody were changed to give mom primary physical custody.
That'd be fun.
Reasonable preference of the child. I did interview Kim. She was able to express a very clear preference, which I am taking into account. Willingness and ability of each of the parties to facilitate and encourage a close and continuing parent-child relationship between.
He talked to the daughter. He talked to the girl. The judge talked to the little girl. Damn, daddy, I thought you was going to keep your little custody, but he done talked to the daughter. You already know what the daughter fucking said. Look, I want to sleep in peace. Okay, tell that nigga I love him, but I got to go. I see him every other weekend. That's enough. Okay, and he probably be partying then too. You know what I'm saying? I just, love you, Papa. Love you, Papa. I'm going to love you from a distance. From a distance. I get to sleep at night 'cause you're not partying with that crazy bitch. From a distance.
Between the child and the other parent. the relationship here between the parents is not ideal.
Nah.
I don't see that dad is doing something intentionally to undermine the child's relationship with mom. He seems to be supportive of that. Even reached out to mom when he saw things were going south in his own home. I do question the degree to which mom wishes to facilitate and encourage a close relationship. But obviously that's impacted by what she sees is going on in dad's home. That, although troubling to the court does understand why a parent would be concerned to see that the relationship with the other parent is dragging the child down. Domestic violence, I guess the only thing I can say about that is the craziness that Jasmine brought into the home. Clearly it's gone now, so that's no longer a factor, but boy, her presence in that home was anything but good for this child. So evaluating all of the best interest factors, I do find that
Here we go.
they weigh clearly and convincingly in favor of a change of custody. I'm going to award primary physical custody to mom.
Ooh.
I'm going to give dad reasonable rights of parenting time as set forth in the front of the court handbook. I'm going to order that there be no consumption of alcohol by the father at any time when the child is in his care.
Nice.
This is not just intoxication. This is zero alcohol.
Nice.
I'm not going to order any kind of testing at this point, but if it comes to light, if it's apparent there's ongoing drinking issues when the child is here, I will order more serious steps. And I'm going to say, Mr. Silvius, you need to get a handle on the alcohol. You need to get an alcohol assessment. You shouldn't be drinking at all. Mr. White, you'll prepare a order consistent with my ruling here today, and I will refer the matter to the front of the court for a child support calculation consistent with my change in custody that's being ordered today. That modification of child support should be effective the date of the order. I guess today's date would be fine. Mr. Lugerai?
Yeah, I just have a question on your ruling. So parenting time will be pursuant to the handbook? Is that what you said?
Yeah, the front of the court handbook defines reasonable rights of parenting time. And that's what I'm awarding.
And there's a specific schedule in there? I just don't have it committed to memory.
It's spelled out in great detail. It saves a lot of trouble in putting things in an order if we just specify that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for all your time and consideration.
It's Nick, it's every other weekend. It's a midweek visit. It's alternating breaks, holidays, some summer parenting time.
See, the thing is, it's like you say, no drinking in either house. I think what's happening is it's not the alcohol. It's not the problem. The problem is is what dad is doing with his alcohol, how dad's behaving with his alcohol, and how dad isn't controlling his alcohol and is ashamed of his alcohol and has a reason. Like he's like, it's what he's doing with it. It's the fact that he can't control it. So because he can't control what he does when he's drinking, because he can't stop himself from drinking, and when he drinks, he behaves a certain way. He's very just kind of, it's like he don't know how to control it. Because he can't control it, then what they do is they just dictate what he like, okay, well then that's fine. You don't have to control it. But we'll minimize how much time she spends there. And while she's there, for that little bit of time she's there, then you don't drink. Then he can get drunk as much as he wants to on every other day. Just not that day. So where she has to deal with it just because she's a kid and a stranger told her she has to go there. So the purpose is not it's not because she's drinking. Like most people in the world drink should, like then banning alcohol would be literally the answer to that is then she shouldn't be able to drink either. That stretches on to literally everybody else who has children. Nobody who drinks should have alcohol. Is that's logic. The reason why is because of what he's doing with the alcohol. If the mom was drinking and the mom's husband was drinking and this was causing a problem for the daughter and the daughter was being disturbed and can't sleep at night when she's there because it's chaos, it's turmoil, there's that the decision making skills are terrible. This may be part of him and his whole drinking thing because he's probably got a bunch of friends who all drink. That girlfriend of his definitely looked like she was a drinker. Okay. So like this is it's all together. That's the reason why. It's not just because he's drinking. If he was drinking and controlling himself and behaving like a normal being and just had a beer, had a whatever, that would be different. She wouldn't even notice the difference. You know what I'm saying? This would just be her dad. I drink juice, he drinks beer. Love my dad, we hang out. But that's not what's happening. It's chaos in the house. There's turmoil in the house. He's drinking, he's partying when she's supposed to be trying to sleep. And it's just chaos. This is why. It's so that she can have peace when she's there at the house. Clearly, she has peace at her mom's house, whether they're drinking or not. They're able to still have peace there, whether they have something to drink or not. And that's what it is. It's not, it turns into that tit for tat, and then the kids suffer. This is what it is like. Whenever you tell one person to do something better than they're fucking up something, and you tell them to, well, you need to do this better. And then the first instinct is to point someone else. And that's why you're always going to be fucked up. Because your first instinct when somebody tries to correct your shitty behavior is to point your finger elsewhere. It's very Daryl-esque. Okay, that's my word. That's very Daryl-esque. We notice it when Daryl does it. We need to notice it when we do it ourselves. Everybody needs to be pointing at themselves and what they're doing. Lead by example. How about that? Lead by example. Be the first. You want to be the leader? Lead. Like, leaders don't do this. Okay? Leaders don't do this. Guess what leaders don't do? They don't do this. Okay? Leaders go, all right. Okay? They suck it up and they go. This is what a leader does. It's so funny. We live in a very weird world, man. This world is getting very, very weird, and it's gross. That's a gross thing that just happened. I'm ashamed of whom said that. I ain't even going to look back to see who it was because I don't even want to relive it. When I saw it, I just thought to myself, really? So nothing was learned. So nothing got learned from what we just watched. That's what you're telling me. Okay. Thank you, Christine Covey, for 4 months a member, honey. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you, boo. Thank you, boo, for sticking in there, hanging in there with mama, just never giving up. Mama appreciate you. Yes. Yes, she do. 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 Thank you, boo. Thank you, honey butt. And now I'm jobless, but I'm okay, man. Grace Casey, I picked up a second job. And now I'm jobless, but I'm okay. Wait, you picked up a second job. And now I'm jobless. But it's okay. Thank God I saved money that will last me a few months. I'm like, you got a second job. So then you had 2 jobs and you lost both the jobs at the same time or separately? Are they in the same type of field? Are you like a truck driver? What kind of work you do, B Blanco? You're just curious. B Blanco, what kind of work do you do? Okay. And what area are you in? Maybe one of mama's babies is in your area and hiring or something. You never know. You never know. You know?
Is provided. It goes into great detail.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. White.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, sir.
Oh, okay. So the verdict is he lost his haircut. I thought the judge was gonna rule in his favor. All the way up until he said he talked to the daughter. I was like, oh damn. Oh, nope. There it is. Like, I was like, he doesn't seem like a risk. Himself personally, he doesn't seem like a risk to me. He, like, when the whole thing happened, he was like, he recognized that chick was toxic. But just like all of us, he had a hard time getting rid of her. She must have, put some stuff on him. You know what I'm saying? She was a hard one to shake. The crazy ones be the best ones. I hear the guys say. The guys, they be like, oh, the crazy ones are the best. So maybe he was going through that type thing. So she was a little hard to let go of. You know what I'm saying? And she's aggressive as balls. So, and he seems passive. You can tell by how calm and quiet he is this whole time. And he kept getting caught in a lie, but he never reacted to it, which shows he's very, very calm. He's a very calm person. He's probably not easily riled. He's probably a guy who's more likely to get broken up with, not because he's hostile, but because he doesn't react enough. Because girls probably think, oh, you don't even care. You ever look like a guy who is never emotional. He doesn't show, like, when something traumatic happens, he's just sitting there and he's like, it's like you don't care. You don't even care. Like, they'll break up with you and you don't react. And they'll be like, see, you don't even care that I just broke up with you. You'll be like, bitch, just leave. You already broke up with me. What do you want me to do? Cry for you? But that's how he come across. So I don't think he's a danger or anything. So, I mean, if the judge said, keep the thing the same, mom's reaching a little bit, I probably would have agreed with him. But I mean, but him talking to the daughter, I already knew where that was going. As soon as he said I was talking to the daughter, I talked to the daughter. I was like, fuck. Yeah, that little girl's gonna choose peace. She chose peace. She was like, I love dad, I love my daddy, but I need my sleep, and that shit is not cute, and it's very scary over there. Not just constantly scared, but just like the uncertainty of life, people coming in and out of the house, not feeling like you always have access to the parent because they're always kind of engaging in something else and doing grown-up things, not to mention having that weird ass fucking girlfriend that probably side-eyeing you from across the fucking room. She was so toxic ass. Look at her. Look. Revisit that. Look at this bitch. Look at this. She thought she was Sharon Stone, didn't she? She's like, what she think? Y'all look. Oh, she thought she was Sharon Stone, honey, on some real, okay? Oh, B Blanco answered my question yet. I'm waiting to sign a contract with my first job, and I hear today that I should be in the next few weeks. Okay, all right. Okay, I don't dance. No way. You got this, baby. I know you do. I know you do. Yes, I do. I know you do. Look at this toxic bitch. Look at this shit.
And who did you?
Look at her. Trying to show this thigh. Ain't nobody trying to see that thing. Look at it. She really thought she was doing something, honey. You should have did your hair instead of painting your nails. You know, that was a bad choice. That was a bad call. You know what I'm saying? If you was gonna try to fix yourself up to try to be seducing somebody's judge, if I had to pick one, the hair or the nails, I'm going with the fucking hair is what I'm saying to you, okay? Hey Kendall, what's up, baby? How you doing? How you feeling? Okay. Oh, all right, y'all. That was fun. I thought that today. I thought I have to share that with my boos. I just simply must. Yes, honey. That stringy, frizzy, dry, weird hair. That face that is just begging for just a little bit of makeup. Just something, bitch. Some spray on tanner. Something. Just yeah. Maybe even just a little bit of moisturizer, bitch. I can tell you from here, that shit look dry. Like, look like that look dry as a bone, honey. Throw some fucking olive oil on this heifer, okay? Okay. She needs something. She needed a lot of something. All she thought she had to do was paint her nails. Look at this, got his Band-Aid on one of her fingers. Look at this shit. Who was you attacking that you lost a fucking fingernail? Bitch lost a nail being hostile. You know she did. And then she just like, I'm going to put on this black dress and they can't tell me nothing. They're going to listen to me because I'm going to tell them that I'm a doctor. I work in the medical field. And I'm going to sit here and cross my legs. Even though all you really need to see is my head, I'm going to just show you all of this because, you know, something tells me that even though I ain't got no bra on, I'm going to be able to get what I want out of you. Okay? Look at this. Look at it. Look at this part of her face, y'all. Like around a nose mouth combo. Like, look at it. Hold up. Hold up.
Suspect of some kind.
I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I can show you better than I can tell you, baby. Let's see if we can't blow this chick up a little bit. Let's get a good look. See here. We're gonna do this. What we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. let's
End of child abuse or neglect.
I suspected Andrew Ayers, Kelly Ayers' husband, based on certain signs and just signals that I had been seeing. Heavy gifting, buying a lot of presents, forcing Kim to call him daddy, things like that.
So heavy gifting, like her giving her husband, her new husband giving the mom's new husband giving the daughter gifts, like a lot of gifts, gifting her a lot and wanting her to call him daddy. This is what made her call CPS. She called CPS on the mom, and those were her reasons. Look at the face on this heifer. Okay? Look at this. Oh my, can you imagine her screaming? Because I can. She seems like she just.
I don't want to go any further.
Look at her shaking these little. Get your knee out the camera, bitch. Ain't nobody call you for that, okay? All right, y'all. No, I ain't get no new members tonight, but that's okay, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't nobody a whole lot of people in here, so you know. That's all right. It's all right. We was missing tonight. We had a lot of people missing tonight. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool. It's cool. Thanks for hanging out with Mama. Mama do appreciate you. Yes, she do. And I think you know that. I think you do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm most certainly do. I think that I do know. Yes, I do. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go on and take my old silly ass on to bed. I gotta go to work tomorrow. It's a half day, but still, you know. Ugh. I don't wanna do this anymore. That's that old Rihanna. Who remembers? One in the chat if you recall. If you recall that song, put a one in the chat. I don't wanna do this anymore. I don't wanna be the reason why. What's up, Dave? Hey, boo. Hey, boo. How you doing? Baby, what you getting into? I don't know what your name is or who you came with, but I ain't leaving without you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, how you doing? Oh, said Mama, wait. Oh, Crazy Casey remembers. Yes, I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be a murderer. Yes, honey. Yes, that's old Rihanna. Yes, honey. Chris Brown had other ideas. Chris Brown said, I do. Just kidding. Just kidding. My opinion on that is so just off the wall. It's so crazy. It's like that was terrible what had happened. But you notice that everything that Rihanna's done since that happened has been platinum. It's like, there's certain people that they say, back in the day they used to say if if Tom Hanks, they used to say that Tom Hanks had like rainbow fingers or something. If Tom Hanks touched you, everything in your life would suddenly start going great. You would be blessed throughout your whole life. It was like he had like a magic touch or something. That's what they used to say about Tom Hanks. Like, I started to feel like maybe if Chris Brown punched you in the eye, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's when your life just starts to get like, it just goes cosmic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, literally. I mean, she was good before, but I'll be damned. Like, she turned Beyonce status after that. Like her and Beyonce is neck and neck in love, just from the world. Just you know what I mean? Like, that shit is so crazy to me. Oh, had to leave unexpectedly, but says good night, and we'll catch you on the next. Yeah, she told me that already. She said she had to go. What that? Am I thinking of another? I'm thinking of that from another day. Oh, my bad. Samantha, you still here? Have a good night, honey pot. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. I could have swore that was tonight. I thought she already said that she had to go. I might be thinking about another night. But thank you, B Blanco. Thank you, honey pot, for letting me know. Mama appreciates you. Yes, she do. David McWhirter said, I just wanted to tell you I love you, Mama. Mama love you too, David. Yes, she do. Yes, she do. David is one of Mama's unicorns. Ain't you, David? Ain't you a unicorn, David? Yes, you are. Thank you, Boo, for being a unicorn. Mama definitely appreciates that. You know what I'm saying? GC, hey, Boo. I don't wanna be a mirror. Woo. Yes, honey. All right, y'all. Good night, babies. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite or the monsters or anything, okay? Mama love you. Yes, you are a unicorn. Indeed, you are. And Mama appreciates you. Yes, she do.